Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the second episode of Mieruko-chan, and I thought the first episode was pretty good. Built up the suspense, the feeling that something scary is going to happen soon, and it did. It definitely delivered on that front, and I quite like our main girl, and I kind of look forward to seeing how she continues to deal with her new spooky life. It's it's one of those things where the first day is always the most difficult, right? You get used to it, and I'm sure things will go a bit more smoothly going forward. I did get a comment that basically said it would start to lean a bit more towards the comedy side going forward, so we'll see if that's indeed the case. Speaking of, I actually did get a few comments on the last video, which, as an unpopular YouTuber, gets me pretty excited. Really encourages me to continue, so I do appreciate that. So, I am eager to get into the next episode of Mieruko-chan, and hopefully we can get a little bit more of our, twin-tailed girl. That would be nice, because I assume maybe she is somewhat into the supernatural. I don't know, I kind of got that vibe. I guess we'll see if that's true or not. So, let's jump on in. 3, 2, 1, play. You know, after Katakawa Funimation, yeah, you know the drill by now, probably. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, Miko. I assume she's looking at a ghost, is what I was going to say. Yeah, I think we got this last episode. I definitely remember a ghost saying sensei. Yeah, if you avert your eyes, that kind of proves you can see it. I'm fine. How are you today, Hana? If only she was looking at you. Oh god, why does it have to move like that? Now we can go back to talking to Hana. Is she gonna take it in a romantic way? Because I was actually thinking the same thing, that she might that she might interpret it that way. You know, that loving, never-ending gaze towards someone. That is certainly one of the conclusions you would come to. And boy, did I enjoy this opening last time, so great to see it again. I live for those yametes. Yeah, now that I have a bit more context for this opening, I can really feel it. It kind of hits different. Moody. That was a lot more extended than I did it. And actually, it shows Hana when it says best friend. And I'm pretty sure twin-tailed girl will be best friend too, soon enough. Or at least friend. I just keep waiting for it to splash on the camera, given the angle and all that. Mienai kara ne? I also feel like it wasn't subbed last time. I'm fairly sure. I think that was the case, because unless I'm mixing it up with something else, I remember trying to really pay attention to lyrics so I could understand it. Real scary stories. Well, that's the idea. You don't know, freaky. Yeah, we're getting our... I remember talking about that last episode. We're definitely getting our puns. We're definitely getting our puns to this episode. Yeah, no kidding. And damn, that's it's actually a really cute girly bra. I mean, as expected of Hana. I guess the skirt thing was just a fluke. Because they are really delivering with this changing scene. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, if you're worried about like a TV show being scary, imagine being a Mieruko. There's probably not, and even if there was, you probably wouldn't see it. I feel like Hana will see some, or Miko will see something. Seriously, that's the girliest underwear I think I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I mean, I'm 50-50 on there being a ghost in there, so I'm kind of preparing. And okay, there doesn't seem to be anything in there. I'm not letting my guard down yet, though. Oh! I just got flashbacks to a certain other show. Sekai Picnic, I think it was called. With an elevator had kind of a similar scene. Yes, I have definitely seen that trope before. Be careful, you don't want to drop that on the floor. I feel like she might not want to do that. Eh? Sure, I would love to reach up there and grab your phone for you, Hana. What are best friends for? I mean, I have no reason to not do that, so I can't say no to your request. It's gonna, like, do something, maybe. Like that! Like that! The biting of the lip. You better appreciate this, Hana. You owe me. You don't even realize how much you owe me. Hinketsu always reminds me of that one pun from Data Life. And I think it always will. Yes, Hana? That's the assumption, because naturally. I did kind of get that impression as her character. As part of her character. I mean, we don't need them. It's fine. I bet. But when you have Hana in your life, you don't have anything to worry about. Yeah, so far they haven't proven to be dangerous. If they're just scary, it should be tolerable. I think she wants it to be no pun as well. well then. Just be careful of any breezes. Or any potential lucky skip at moments. Because there'll be real lucky skip at moments. Always get nervous when she stares like that. Is it just a little ghost? Oh god, it's moving up. I think it wants to cop a feel, not that I can blame it. Oh, whoa. Honey, got a little something on your neck. I guess ghosts can get away with Sekuhara. When it moves that slowly, it just really makes it creepy. I think its desk bumped slightly. Oh, is that a knee? I take it back. Please move slowly again. I think we'd be best going off somewhere else to chat. Oh, the Miko is not the one that's Nopon, so... Yeah, it's copping a feel, alright. I guess there's no outrunning it. I can definitely see a bit more of the comedic element in this episode, for sure. Even though ghosts are still very much present. And creepy looking, but... in spite of that, you can definitely feel a bit of a different tone. Man, it's just all over her. You don't say. Yeah, she agrees. Sort of. What do we do? What exactly do we do about this? But you could feel Habiko's. Well, it's kind of messed up. Picking a fight. Alcohol disinfectant that may be harmful to ghosts. That was cute. Makes sense. Just disinfect all over her. Disinfect those boobs that have ghost germs on them now. Anything's worth a shot. Can't just leave it like that. She has no idea she's having her first touch. She knows where to aim. She knows what she's doing. And hey, at least she's wearing it up top. There's proof there. Looks like it's maybe having an effect on the ghosts. But it's still hanging on, though. Well, it was. You'll thank me later. Well, probably not, but... so yeah, we gotta stock up on this stuff. Fill our room with that. Apology. Where's my thank you? Although, you know... Let's play doctor in the school infirmary. Yeah, she's definitely eager for it. Gotta make sure you're healthy. You gotta phrase it that way. Oh god, that mouth is getting way too close. Oh, there's likely nothing to grab, but still. Okay. Interesting how a ghost has a breath, though. That somehow doesn't surprise me. Now I'm just kind of waiting for somebody to walk in and ask to join. What did I tell you? And man, she's stacked too. Yes, class is in session. Would you like your checkup as well? Okay, thank you. I guess I guess Sensei also matches his preferences, so hey, Hana's safe. But of course the gag here is that Miko was not to its preference, because Miko was flat in comparison. So I don't know how happy she is on that basis. She definitely is. I definitely noticed that. I think she's a little bit salty. Because it's kind of like that one Gabriel Dropout OVA. Flat as justice, don't worry about it. But yeah, definitely more comedy this episode than the previous one. Without a doubt. Hey, 50% off donuts. Yeah, that's definitely a place to go. Are there any ghosts in line? They just need to, like, fist fight over the half-price donuts. Oh, there's a twin-tailed girl. I hope... Do we know her name? We might have gotten it last episode, but... we never talked to her, so I wouldn't remember it. Yeah, she was in the last episode. I'm still wondering if she can see ghosts, too. In fact, I mean, that's a little bit of a stretch, but maybe she's the reason why Miko can see ghosts, but... But I don't think so, but it's just a thought that crossed my mind. Chocolate chip scorpion. Is the girl behind her a ghost or just a little bit creepy looking? Oh. We got on the wrong line. Just close your eyes and go towards Hana. You don't want to look back into the line, because that can't be for anything good. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. At least I was right, I guess. They did not look at that a second ago, I'm pretty sure. The river Styx, nothing good. For now on, let's hold hands with Hana. Or just, crop a feel. It's definitely a better thing to hold on to for a good grip. Wait, what did I just see? There's that breath again. Are they in line to get eaten? Why would anyone join this line? Yeah, not exactly exaggerating. Oh, she understands. Also, K was an odd translation choice, but whatever. Had a feeling I was going to get brought up. Say that 3 times fast. What? Is that a box with a cat in it? It is! It's a kitty cat. Are we going to keep it? Can it scare the ghosts away? Or distract it at least, like the ghosts go to pet the cat? We should probably take the cat with us. I would feel bad leaving it in the box. Yeah, we should get going, Hana. I really just hope it doesn't follow the cat. TL note, Yabai means my heart, I guess. Which is news to me. It followed the cat. I was afraid of that. I mean, you could hide it in your cleavage, you'll never find it. In fact, maybe you'll never find it again. I'm having trouble appreciating the cuteness for some reason. Is it gonna... Well, she ran into something. Is it human or... Is it human? I assume so, because she sees him. But man, is he big. And he does have a bit of a creepy look to him. Like, I don't want to make any assumptions or anything. But... Because he could just be another guy that can see ghosts, so... That probably doesn't inherently make somebody a bit creepy after a while. Wears on your sanity. Well, yeah, we found it. Do you want it? That'll be $20. Cash. I don't know, I'm a little bit suspicious. Yeah, what's up, Miko? Is he not trustworthy? Does he have like an evil aura? Or... yeah, like I was going to assume that means he's a bad person. Yeah, I don't know what you'll do with it, so no. Not even for 20 bucks at this point. What? I couldn't imagine. Yeah, let's not give him any animals. Cat's like, thank you for not handing me over to him. Are we gonna give it to him instead? The guy that looks creepy on the outside, but maybe is not a horrible person. Yeah, we're giving it to him. You want cat? If you take it now, you know, 2 easy payments of $9.99. Aw. I feel bad suspecting him initially. Yeah, he's got a good person aura, I guess it's supposed to be. Oh, they're actually like ghosts. Okay, they're like cats. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how this mechanic works, but it's easy to interpret that as he's a good person to leave the cat with. I feel like that was probably the right choice. Actually, yes, I got the lesson of the segment. You didn't need to spell it out at the end there. I got it. Also, is the episode really over? That like zoomed on by. We actually did not get much of our twin-tailed girl this episode, which surprises me, because I thought for sure we would. But maybe next time. I'll tie you down so you can't run away. And she's got the mushroom. And she's totally going to become one of their friends. I mean, it's pretty clear from the opening ED and stuff. Yeah, she even has like, I didn't even know she has mushrooms like her ties. Nyagoroku. Oh, she's coming up with names, okay. Does it have to have Nyan? I don't think you like that one. Just like my cat. Okay. I guess Nyansuke it is. I mean, Nyansuke is a fine name, I guess. I feel like you're a little bit too hung up on Nyan being in the name, but I guess it's fine. Okay, so those are the spirits of cats he used to have. Gotcha. I guess it makes sense. Well, I assume she would still see them going forward. That's kind of the premise of the show. I would be quite surprised if in episode 3 suddenly she just back to normal for the rest of the show. That would be a twist, wouldn't it? Anyway, that was the second episode of Mieruko-chan, and I really liked it. This is, yeah, I would say for sure this was a bit more of a shift into the comedy realm. It was still creepy though. Like the ghosts themselves, they don't look any less creepy. It's just like the general tone for the most part did shift a bit more into lightheartedness. But I guess it's not really it's not a very tangible concept really, but because the ghosts still look pretty much the same. They do similar stuff, but it just felt less scary. I'm not even sure how to explain it, but it definitely was the case. And of course there was just straight up gags, right? Like for like the flatness of our main girl Miko. And the ghost just completely leaving her alone because that's how she is. Unlike girls like Hana and our sensei over there, right? Which we get to see the ghost kind of trade up, which is quite something, right? And yeah, I would say they turned up the fan service for this episode. I mean, we had a literal changing scene, and it wasn't like a brief little thing. Like some real effort was put into this. Like there was a lot of good shots throughout. Like, I mean, for one thing, Hana's underwear, there was a lot of work put into it. Very girly, very, like, frilly, like flowers and stuff, which makes sense with their name, Hana. Definitely. And her underwear actually became a little bit of a plot point because she, forgot to wear the bottom ones later on and became a no-pon girl. And at some point just kind of came to terms with that. Even, like, smacked her own butt in that same scene. So just that in addition, all that in addition to the, the copying from the ghost, like towards both Hana and the teacher. Yeah, you could say the episode was a little bit more in that direction than the previous one, right? Where the skirts defies gravity to cover up the pantsu, right? So, also the change in room, that ghost. That was also a pretty scary one because she literally had to reach her hand to get the phone for Hana because she can't say, no, Hana, I'm not going to help you because what would she give as a reason? Just like, no, I feel like being a jerk today, so I'm not going to help you. She can't say, oh, I would love to get there for you, but there's a ghost in there. Because for one thing, Hana would probably think she's crazy. And secondly, the ghost would know that she sees him, right? So, yeah, I couldn't really say no to that. Which, so yeah, always in that kind of rough position. And then we had like a ghost like in the desk, which is like, wrapped around her. And yeah, what do you do when your best friend gets wrapped up by an evil ghost? Yeah, I think she handled the situation about as well as she could have. Like Hana's just so confused, just wondering what the heck her friend's doing. But it's all for her sake, even if she doesn't understand it. And then we had a nice little scene of the two of them playing doctor in the infirmary, which is always a great time. If the teacher didn't show up, I like to imagine, kind of like fill in the blanks about how that would have progressed without the teacher's interference. But that's how it went. We do got to get back to class eventually. It's just kind of how it goes. But that really was a sexy teacher. Like, no doubt about that. Also, there was an evil line, like a line to get like chomped by a monster. I assume that's connected to some kind of mythology. Like the concept kind of seemed familiar to me when I saw it, being in line to get eaten. Like it felt familiar to me, so I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. So. Yeah, good thing we got out of that line, because that was not the right line to get into. It was definitely a really creepy moment, though, when the reveal, when she's like, hey, what are you doing over there? The line's over here. And we as the audience are sitting here like, but she got into the line. If the line's over there, then what did she get into? Like, that moment was really good. So luckily we got her all saved. And we also found a cat. A really cute kitty cat, which I assume the ghost was the previous owner. Maybe, I guess, or just a ghost that really likes cats. I guess either is possible. But Hana couldn't keep it, unfortunately. Okay, she also posted a thing online like, need a home for this kitten, come find us in Mizumoto Park today. I don't know if that's the safest thing ever to do. Take a picture of a cat that also includes your huge boobs in it. Post it online, tell the world where you are. Say, hey, come to me. Like, I feel like that's not probably the best idea. Like, it was in, daylight, technically. Well, I think it was actually getting somewhat close to nighttime. But still, I feel like that was probably not the best idea. I mean, luckily she wasn't alone, because then it would have been really bad. But yeah, we had our first taker. He came across a little bit creepy. I was a little bit wary, because the last time I had that kind of thought, where somebody that could have been human, but also looked like maybe they were a ghost. They were a ghost because it was in the ghostly line, right? So I was kind of that was kind of influenced me a little bit. when we first saw this person. I mean, the fact that he's just kind of standing there quietly staring, it's, yeah, usually your initial gut reaction is a little bit not a positive one, right? And then to contrast this, we got this like pretty boy over here, who Hana's a bit more initially receptive of, right? Because he's a pretty boy, right? So usually you make that initial assumption, you know, that he's a good person on that basis, even though it really doesn't work that way. But Hana, Miko sees the truth. She sees like I wasn't quite sure what this was at first, because she sees ghosts, but this almost seemed more like a dark aura was coming out of him initially. But having more time to think about it, I assume it's just like the ghost of people, animals, whatever that he's killed before. Like, since I saw the ghosts, the cat ghost of the other person later on in the episode near the end, that allowed me to kind of recontextualize this scene to where I understood it a little bit, understood what they were going for a little bit better there, right? Because I mean, my initial watch, I didn't even notice that they turned into cat shapes, right? I was I just saw darkness, really. So yeah, looking at it again, it's a bit more obvious upon a second watch for me. But yeah, luckily Miko saw the truth, saw that was probably not the right person to give the cat to, and that the creepy person before is the right person, and everyone got to learn a don't judge a book by its cover lesson, you know, after school special kind of lesson there. So yeah, I think the cat's going to be pretty well off there going forward. We even got a stinger, I think, or was that? No, it was a stinger. The cat attacked, but I mean, cats do that. I've gotten so many scratches from my cat, and despite my cat being a really friendly cat, it's just how it goes, right? And then we got to see the ghost of his two cats and his wife, I guess she was, right? So I'm sure they'll be very happy together going forward. So, and that was the episode. Definitely an enjoyable one. Some pretty good gags, some pretty nice lewdness, fan service, whatever you want to call it. And Mika and I like Hana. I think she's a funny character. She's obviously that, you know, Genki girl. She's also quite thick, quite stacked. She's just kind of a ray of sunshine. She's always pretty positive for the most part, on top of just being just an interesting person in general. I think she just matches Miko well. I think they're just a good pair. So I'm glad she's in the show. She might not be able to see ghosts. In fact, that's kind of a good chunk of her value in the show, is that she can't see ghosts, but she hangs around Miko who can. So sometimes Miko will like do something that she does because a ghost is around, and Hana will be like, what are you doing, Miko? Like, I'm trying not to mix up their names because they're both like the same amount of letters. It kind of throws me off a little bit. But I do my best. And I do think that's pretty much all I got to say on the episode. Aside from, yeah, I was a little bit surprised that Twin-Tailed Girl wasn't more relevant to the episode, but maybe next time. Maybe next time. Because I'm still curious if she has any supernatural stuff of her own. Because I think in their initial meeting in episode 1, she seemed like she saw something, but I could be misremembering, but I think it was something like that. Like, Miko in some way seemed to pique her interest, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how things go going forward. Their next like actual conversation, you know, because we keep bumping into her, so eventually we gotta like talk to her. You would imagine. So, but yeah, really good stuff. This show is kind of like hitting all the right buttons for me. It's got the horror elements, which has its own level of excitement, but we also have a pretty likable pair of main two girls, and also just our third girl, who will eventually become relevant. And it'll be interesting to see how the dynamic kind of changes if and when she becomes like a regular member, like when they can start like being a triangle, having three-way conversations and stuff like that. You know, because if that does become the case, some stuff will shift a little bit in the show, right? So, but yeah, I quite like this episode. I am definitely going to continue watching it, and I look forward to episode 3. So if you enjoyed this video, I want you to click the like button, subscribe, support me on Patreon so I can keep doing this, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.